dear friends, some advices on books, books that I love, books that I really love. I just advised you on the book Composing Music, A New Approach by William Russo. That is the greatest book I've read in my life. Composing Music, A New Approach by William Russo. A book of the 80s that is full of techniques about composition, but is also a platform when to learn music, to learn to write music, to learn music theory also inside the lessons of composition. It's the smartest book I found in my life. I read it 6 times. And other books that I advise you for the piano, for example, is the graded pieces by Einaudi, Ludovico Einaudi graded pieces, which are pieces rewritten from the original by the maestro Ludovico Einaudi, and are rewritten in a easier mode, we call it alike, but are very delicate, very beautiful pieces that I advise you to, if you want to play something by delicate, by beautiful. So I advise you on these books. The first is Composing with Constraints by Giorgio Bianchi, which is an Argentinian author, Argentinian composer. I advise you on this book, Composing with Constraints, which is instructor very similar to William Russo, but with many exercises other that expand you the book, the greatest book of William Russo, to many other techniques more contemporary for all the instruments, clearly, and also for piano. These are books that not cost a lot. They cost very few money, but are very smart books, very smart books. The other book in English is Technique for Composers. Technique for Composers by Michael G. Cunningham. Is very important manual that has a lot of technique on composition, technique, exercises by composition, and so on. Other 2 books, but if you can read Spanish, it's very important to also to learn Spanish, because it's a great language that give you a lot of possibilities about learning, etc. These 2 books are in Spanish, if you can. For example, you can learn Spanish with manuals by your own, calmly. It's not that you have to take a course by force. They are La musica contemporanea by Guillermo Grazer. La musica contemporanea by Guillermo Grazer. They're about manuals that cost €9, but is genius condensed inside a book. And the other is La notación de la música contemporanea. La notación de la música contemporanea is very recent, about contemporary techniques of notation. Very rare argument, difficult to find on books. La notación de la música contemporanea with a lot of techniques for notation, a lot of hints, a lot of attractives on contemporary notation. Very important books. I advise you on the English, but if you can add a bit of Spanish, I advise also on these two by Melos editions. Have a good study, dear friends, and go especially with the William Russo one, Composing Music and New Approach. Very a great book.